So what's up, Silvia?
Everything is good. I'm here at the golf course.
Yeah, tell us
What?
where you're at.
Actually, it's a golf course in Sirmione. How can I say, on the Garda Lake.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
What's it?
actually, it's the golf of the brand Chervaux. I don't know if you know it, but the name is the Chervaux, just as the brand of the golf clubs.
Oh, cool. What's the weather like there?
It's very, very, very hot and sunny.
Like Texas?
I see some clouds down there.
You got clouds behind me for sure today. It's actually not bad today. It's a good day. It's been the oven has been on. I will say that it has been very, very, very hot of late, but not today. Today is actually hot.
Same here. I mean, yesterday we got a huge thunderstorm. We were playing a scramble and we had to stop the whole 16 because there was a very huge thunderstorm, so very dangerous. So they suspended the competition, and it was pretty sad because we were playing 5 under the par, so pretty saving. Yeah.
It happens like that some days, huh?
Yeah, but the only day I play well is the only day they just keep the first hole good and they cancel the second hole. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah, been there, done that one. It's so today I wanted to go over we do everything unscripted, you know that, but wanted to go just talk some fundamentals, what you've worked on in your game a little bit. I'll talk about what I've worked on in my game, and maybe we just at that point we'll go into some just basic fundamentals that'll help people get a little bit better and so forth. But I know you had some things that you worked on in your game recently that made you better. If you want to talk about those and kind of demonstrate that.
Yeah, of course, yes. It would be interesting. Usually whenever I start my training, I always start some cheap, 56 iron.
Yeah.
And then go upper with the upper irons to end with the driver. But I think the best advice I have to give is on the driver because I'm not a good chipper.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. It's like the picture we saw the other day. Whenever I hit 170 yards with the with my 56 is from a greenside bunker. That's explain the way I play, you know.
Yeah, I thought you'd get a laugh out of that. I think everybody.
No. That's exactly my game, you know.
No, it's cool. But I think personally, in my opinion, I think the 3 most important clubs in golf, in my opinion, are the driver, the wedge, and the putter. Those are the 3 most. I know that everybody buys new sets of irons, and that's cool and everything, but that I think the iron game gets more when you get on the tour from the hole. That's a big deal for a lot of reasons because your putting stats and things like that. Reality is we don't play on the tour. How many people do? So if you can just get the ball down the fairway, and the power thing was one of the things that I deal with, Silvia, as a coach. Everybody wants to come out here and hit it a long way. And I was like, why would you want to hit it a long way and go more this way? It's not making any sense. You need, I still believe in fundamentals of keep the ball in front of you, moving forward, and where you can find your golf ball. And then if you have that, then maybe we can talk about power and so forth. But I do think those are the 3 most important clubs in the bag: driver, wedge, and putt. If you drive it in somebody's backyard every hole, you're going to run out of golf balls. and your score is going to be 1,000,000. And by the time you get to the green, it's not going to matter anyway, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just is
You
what it
know,
is.
we have some cool competition here actually. We have some rules, and for the competition you can just bring 3 irons. I mean, the pad counts as an iron, and the driver too, so you have to choose, you know. And
Oh, really?
I usually don't play this kind of competition because I'm really bad at picking up my iron, so I would do just a disaster. But it's pretty fun because, you know, whatever is important for me, like I would bring my putter, my I guess iron 7, and then I mean, I don't know if I would bring a driver because
Have to, right?
I mean, if you have to play a par 3, you don't need a driver, and this course is not that long, so I would just probably bring a 7, a 56, and the putter. So
Yeah, really cool. You know, the 3 club. So it's called a 3 club competition.
yes.
That's pretty cool. So, you know, I mean, I think that's something that I wish more people did
Yeah, it
that.
is. I mean, it's kind of fun because yeah, the thing is that not everyone picks the same clubs, you know. Not everyone picks the same iron. I mean, my dad would go for I guess a driver, a 5, and a putter. I would go for a 7, 56, and the putter, and my mother would pick different clubs, you know. It's just
Cool.
it's crazy how different it is for every golfer, you know.
That is for sure. That is definitely for sure. And you know, like Seve Ballesteros, you know, he's one of the heroes. And you know, David Frost talked quite a bit about him as well. David Frost is another one of the guys that I have a crazy amount of respect for. But he talked about like Seve would just hit all kinds of different shots with a 5 iron. Like he could hit flop shots with a 5 iron, you know. And you know, but just he grew up with one club on a beach, and just he kind of made his own way about his own business. You know, he could hit all kinds of different shots with the same tool, and I think that's a kind of I don't want to say it's a lost art, because I think people can still do that and do it, but it's maybe a lost art in teaching, where you have to sometimes let people just kind of figure it out, you know, and be creative.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. I
All
completely
right.
agree.
All right. So you're on deck right now. I'll be on deck next. So
Okay.
hit a few shots.
So I will start with a 56 iron. Can you see it?
I can
It's
see it.
like
Match.
Callaway.
Yeah. Callaway. Yeah. No, I have a Titleist. I'm sorry.
So let's see. Hope it goes.
No pressure. I think you'll do
Let's
just
see.
a good swing.
Yeah, that was a lucky shot.
Yeah, I hear you, this.
It's not like this on the golf course, you know. And it's crazy how sometimes whenever you practice, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so good at golfing, and then you go on the course and you say, no.
No, you know, it's funny when you say that. It's sometimes when you have a practice session, you know, and I think everybody can relate with this. It's a good player. You know, you go out and your practice session may not be very good. It's good. I've had them where it's like, oh God, I'm going to be dead today. And you did good. You know, you go out and play well. And then I've had them where it's like perfect. And then I'm kind of like, is it really going to be perfect out there? And I go out there and I hit it terrible. You know what I mean? I think that goes with every. It's funny you say that. A good practice session doesn't always going to be a perfect day. I promise you.
Yeah, no, that's so true. And then I have another thing to say, that whenever all the time when I start with a birdie, I know it's gonna be a very, very bad day at golfing.
Yep.
You know, yeah, it's always like that, you know. I start with a birdie, I'm like, oh, today is gonna be a super great day, and then oof, no, it's not.
You know, it's funny you say that, because, you know, I don't know. I think that's another one of those things where you know, a good player, if you start off with a bogey, I wouldn't want to say a double bogey, but I can tell you I've done it. And it just kind of pisses you off, and you're like, you know what, I got to go fight now. I don't have time to mess around. You know, it's like I don't need I don't need to do anything. I just need to get better. Like I need to get on point because this isn't going to work. And I think that's true though. I'm serious. I know what you're talking about. Like, cause you get a birdie, you're like, oh, I'm 100. We're good to go. It's going to be an easy day. No problems here. And then you kind of lackadaisically go around the round, and and you don't play well. And I know what you're talking. And I'm not saying you can't birdie the first hole and play well. I don't think you are either. But I know what you're talking about for sure.
Yeah, that just shows that golf is cruel.
It is cruel. And true that. All right. I'll hit one here in just a second. All right. I'm going to let you hit one, Silvia.
Okay, perfect.
Right after you. We'll talk a little bit about what you're working on.
Okay.
Get you thinking about it.
Yeah, but well, actually, whenever I use the 56,
Yeah.
is I don't practice. I don't practice a lot. So whenever I use it, I just hope it goes straight and where I want to. So this is I mean, sometimes I love this iron, sometimes I hate this iron. But I think it's the most important iron because because whenever you are long, you drive long and you shot long with your driver, it's okay, but it's not enough. I mean, golf game is just about path and this little iron, so
Yeah.
for me it's kind of difficult because sometimes I go and play and feel like I'm super good at chipping, and then most of other days I feel like I'm no good at all. I mean, I go around the green and then top with this and then make a 3-putt, and that drives me crazy. But I know that these are the irons that need to be practiced the most. I don't know if you agree with me, but
No, I definitely agree with you. And say most holes are, it's different for men's and women's golf. But let's just say a hole's 400 yards. Just make it simple. And you'll see a player come out and hit it, a drive. Let's say it goes 250 yards. Make it real simple. Hit an iron 150 yards and have maybe a 15, but they don't hit the green. Say they miss the green 10 yards, but they've hit it already 400 yards in 2 shots. And then all of a sudden from there, it takes them 5 more shots from 15 yards. That's what, and I'm not saying that everybody does that, but that I see it a lot in this world, where, they just play ping pong back and forth, and you've already hit 400 yards in 2 shots. And they don't realize that those next 2 shots are far more important now. They become far more important when you get up there because you've just done that, and you need to get that ball's in you got a 4 1/4 inch radius there to knock it in. And it shouldn't take you 5 shots to get it in, but it does for a lot of people. And I'm not thinking you're better than that, but it is, people can relate with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
it's so hard.
I think I'll demonstrate a little bit. I've got my little house anyway, wet place, so I think can you see me okay, Silvia?
Yeah, perfect.
You're right. Okay. So I think people play the ball way too far back because they're taught that, and they get their hands way too far forward, which causes you to get the leading edge stuck in the ground. I think that's a big problem that I see. I'd rather see somebody have it too far forward, and I'll go into this a little bit more in detail, but have it a little bit more forward. and then hit the ball like that right there, you know, where it's nice and crisp. But because if I have it up forward, I can use more the bounce more, you know. I hope you can see this, but more of this part of the golf club. If I use this, if this starts getting stuck in the ground, we're in trouble. And that's where you start hitting up at it, back at it, and everything else. But it's the same thing. Just play it up a little bit forward, and it'll be good to go. The other thing that I see when people are having issues with these shots is that they're trying to use the club head too much, like this. So they see the ball and the club, and they think they got to put that on there. And instead of, you really should, everything is controlled right here. In golf is right here in your hands, because that's what you control. You don't, unless you held the golf club like this, that's the only way you would control it there. So if anything that happens to the club head is happening through the hands. So, because that's what you control. And so I think that people should focus more, instead of trying to think of swinging the club head at the ball, which is not good, is swinging the hands through the ball. And that'll stop a lot of those problems too. So if somebody I'm going to show you incorrectly so you'll understand. But if I kick the club head at the ball, that ball, it's bladed, it's going way past, it's not going to be a good shot. But it's because I was kicking the club at the ball. But if I use my hands to generate like that, then it's a very solid shot right there. But it was because I was keeping my hands moving and not trying to put energy into the club head. And I think that goes for all shots. I think it goes for putting. I think it goes for driving. I think it goes for everything.
Yeah.
Because that's in pitching, though. You know, because you know, in wedge play, it's so crazy. You think it's the easiest shot out there, but it's not. As you're talking about, it can be very challenging, and you have to go and practice and know what you're doing.
Yeah, of course. That's the most important thing.
That's right. I want to see your pitch shot. Show me your pitch shot. Like, show me like a 30 or 40 yard shot, if you don't mind.
Like a what?
Like a 30 or 40 yard shot.
30 yard.
With that club.
Hang on, I need to convert it in meters.
I'm putting you pressure on you.
Okay, let's see. It's gonna be about a 28 meter, I guess, 30 yards.
That'd be all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So, let's see. I have a basket in front of me. I don't know if you see it.
I see it.
This is it's probably like 30 meters. So, gonna try to get in. Close, but
that's not bad. So what about half that distance? How do you know
what I feel whenever I hit this, whenever I chip with this, I feel like I close, like if I point there, I would go there, you know, like 5 meters on the left, always on the left with this. I don't know. I think I hit like this, but most of the time I hit with this 56. It's gonna be on the left. It's gonna land on the left.
All right. So you know that comes from, like, if you watch just the club here, like, and I'll do it down the line so you can see it. So, but like when you're hitting the club's passing the hands this way. That's what's happening right there. It's not doing it much because I can see your swing. You don't have a lot, but it's like the club's breaking this way. And if we could keep the handle moving more together like that, so like if you're hitting like this way, you wouldn't hit it left. But as soon as the club head starts to kick and move away, you have just a little bit of that, and it's not much. It's what you're not missing it much left. It's just a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Sometimes it's a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's just and it's just the handle, like it's not, and you don't want to move it away from you like this, but it's the club's passing the handle for the grip, and We want to keep that grip more in line together, everything together. So when you get that strike, it's more flush. That's what's causing it to go a little left.
May I try?
Good. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's see.
Let's see. But pressure's on me now.
No, still, this was the worst one.
Good. See? Pressure. It's all right.
Hang on, let's see.
No, just
What?
keep doing it. Do your swing like you're doing it, but it thought on the swing part.
That was a better one.
That was better. It's down the line.
Yeah.
It's straight. It's so, I mean, it is. It's like just getting a handle. You got to be careful though, because you don't want I'll say this, because you don't want the handle to run down the line like this. You got to make sure it's coming into your body like you would turn, like you're doing your normal turn, but you just don't want the club head to go with it.
Yeah.
That's why
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I should remember it.
Swing's looking really good though. I mean, you're swinging it really good, so you don't have to do a whole lot. Debatable.
I don't know. Lately, I'm not. I mean, I'm playing good, but it's just the chipping and putting that are not working that well. So need to practice more.
So, can you show me like chipping? What? Because everybody describes chipping a little bit different. Can you show me like what you're talking about? What you're chipping? Maybe.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
All right.
This type of shot.
Inside. What's that?
What?
I'm sorry, Silvia. What'd you say?
No,
I couldn't hear what you said about.
I was telling that for me, this is a chip. Like it's a very, very small, like for making probably 10 meters.
Yeah. So check this out. What you're doing there on this is your club's too far inside.
Okay.
Right there, and get a ball out here. It'll make more sense. But you're getting the club inside like this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's going like this, and you're hitting. We want it to be more here, and you want the club to face the ball more. Like, see, it's not facing the ball like this. You're gonna have to feel a little bit more outside, but it's really just right there. And then when it comes down, you'll be fine. But you're having to take it inside and kind of, do that stuff to it.
Yeah, let me try.
Yeah, I'll help you with it. May take a few.
Okay. So instead of doing this, I need to do this.
More. Yeah, even a little bit more out towards me. Yeah,
okay.
There you go. Yeah. Just
Let's
out away.
see.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. A little out. It'll take a few shots. So.
Okay. Seems to be better.
What's that?
Seems to be better than the one I
usually
do,
Silvia, take it out a little bit. That was all right.
A
little bit more towards me, like
this.
A little bit more out away from your hair.
Right okay, there. Let's try.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so let's see.
You're in the right ballpark for sure.
Another problem that I feel I have whenever I do this shot is like, okay, I go here like this, or okay, as you said, like here, And then
Yep.
I would hit a little bit before the ball, you know, like here, whenever I would do that.
Yeah. So what happens there? Yeah, that's a good point. Hold on a second, okay? So what I see with people doing that, and especially better players, which I can obviously you are, is when players they'll have the form right, and then they'll try to extend both wrists like down, like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna do it slow so because the video won't pick it up. But it's like people will extend the wrist down like this as they hit, and they have good form. So if you look at it on video, it doesn't really show up. Like, you know, it's like they look good. But the problem is, like, when you look at energy, when you're looking at it live, it's so much different than video. And you see somebody that has good form, but they're pushing down at it like this. And we don't want that. We want to keep the energy moving, but not hitting.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing this, you're kind of going like that. But it doesn't look like that. I mean, it looks like, you know, it looked like playing and it looks pretty. But that's what's happening. It's kicking. And if you watch, hit this one, that didn't have the hit. It was more like this right here. And that's what's going to keep the bounce. You know, that's what's going to keep you where you don't hit that shot. I know exactly what you're talking about, 100%. And the problem is, though, with that, like it doesn't up on it doesn't show up on video. Like it doesn't say like, oh yeah, look, I'm doing like the form looks really good. It's just both wrists are going extension like that instead of staying. It's almost like trying to keep it like a putt as you're coming through, versus you don't want to try to get that hit in there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So let me try again.
Let's try again, Silvia.
Okay, so it's gonna be like this.
Yep. And just keep it smooth through there like a putt.
Okay.
A bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Perfect. Awesome. It feels a lot better whenever you hit the ball like that.
Yeah.
It's another, you know, sensation.
I get a pay raise. That's better. Very much. So you talked about a move on the last the podcast. Hopefully everybody can hear this, but that helped you really get better. And I wanted to go over that if you had time about your swing.
Yeah.
Stay out of your way, but do you mind going over what you worked on to help you get better with your?
Of course. Let me pick another.
Yeah.
Probably I should pick maybe. Okay, I would. This
That's
is
fine.
like a 5.
All right.
So basically the things on I worked is just keeping, you know, the hands down. This helped me a lot. And then hang on, I'll show you a shot.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good one.
That's all right.
Let's try. You know, hands down like this, and then I would just go very slow and then go like this very fast.
Yeah.
But the important things is just as my teacher told me, you know, is like go very slow up, and then as you want down, you know, the most important thing is going slowly on the backswing.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Great.
let's try. That was kind of heavy, but
I think one thing too, Sylvia, that you might want to work on a little bit, because I mean, you're swinging, you have a beautiful golf swing, but I think you're squatting too much. Like you have too much knee flex. You've probably heard that before.
Yeah.
But I think you could stick,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me try.
Try that. Do what you're doing. Just don't squat as much.
Like this. Is it okay?
There you go.
Okay, let's try.
There you go.
Wow,
Smoke.
not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, so that would be one thing that I see that I think that when you lowered your hands, I think that you went, in my opinion, you started works probably really well, which is normal, and then you started to lower your body too. So I would keep your hands low, but keep,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I think that helped you a little bit for sure, because your swing's beautiful, it's gorgeous. So
Thank
I don't.
you.
That's very good. I'm a pretty critical person when it comes to. I better be critical, right? But it looks good. But I do see in your chipping and pitching where you could have some issues from getting the club just a little bit underneath. That's not uncommon, but it's definitely fixable. I think you'll do it.
Yeah.
So all right. So moving forward, tell us about I know you talked about it last time, your golf journey and so forth, but you kind of enlighten us again one more time about you're in the States, you're in Oklahoma.
I cannot hear you very good.
Can you hear me?
I didn't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you.
cool. So tell us about. I know you spent some time in Oklahoma and you're on a state championship team and did your thing as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about that as well again? Because I know you did it on the first podcast, but it never hurts to just kind of go over that and so forth.
Yeah, of course. It was and let's start from the things that I moved to Oklahoma for here, because it was very different from here, and whenever I got there, I felt like I was a little bit lost, because I live in Milan and it's a huge city. Moving to Comanche, Oklahoma, it was like kind of crazy because I don't know how many people live there, but not that much. So I was scared because I was like, I don't know what to do here. But whenever golf season started, which was in, I guess, we started in January, with trainings and stuff like this, and it was crazy because here, whenever you are in the high school, we do not give that importance that we give to sports. It was really good because after school I would just go and practice. We used to practice inside the school gym, and it was crazy because we didn't have golf balls, but we have some weird things in plastic, and we would hit that. So it was pretty fun. And then whenever it started to get hotter, we started to go to Comanche Golf Club, which is a little golf club without bunkers. That was the thing that shocked me. I was like, yes, finally a golf club without bunkers. That's awesome. So, and we would just play, and then we started doing the competition. We won regional championship, and then Comanche was already state champion from the year before, and I didn't even realize that we were playing in such important competition. So that's probably why I play good, and because I had no pressure on me, because I didn't even realize how important that was. But yeah, I remember the day before we're just practicing. Our coach would bring us would bring us around the green and be like, okay, so you are just gonna chip, and then for 4 hours. I don't know. I remember it was the longest practice ever.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. So it was the longest practice ever, but we had so much fun, and then the golf team was great. The girls were great, and so the day before we went to a restaurant, and I mean, we were talking about how would it be the competition the next day, and then the next day we played really really good. I remember I had maybe I got a 83, I don't know, but at that time I was playing 12 index, so I was so happy about it, you know. And then that day was great. In the evening I started to feel a little bit more pressure, but not that much, you know. I mean, I keep on asking myself, how was it possible at that time not to feel the pressure I would feel right now, you know? And then the next day I remember I was like playing really good, and my coach came to see me, and at the hole 16, and it was like, if you play good the next 2 holes, we will choose the ring for the state champion, you know. So, and then we won, and I was so happy. And the only thing, you know, that was crazy is that I had for all year long, um, whenever I would measure the distance from the pin, I would have to convert it in meters. So I spent all the golf season doing like math, calculus, I don't know, but every time I was like, okay, it's like 123 yards, how many meters of that? So I start keep counting it. It was crazy, but it was so much fun. It was a great experience. And then I felt for the first time that golf was like really really important, because I mean, here in Italy you don't find this important for sports. I mean, just if you are like a really 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 good golfer, but
Yeah.
you know, for women it's not that common. And plus golf in Italy is not that common. I mean, it's not some people just don't know it, so they don't even try to discover how beautiful the sport is.
Yep.
So that's the thing. And in in America, even in a small town like Comanche, the golf was such a huge thing. And I remember when we came back, there was a bank in the center of the city, and there was the writing on the display, like our golf team did great. You know, it was
Yeah. Yeah.
so cool.
Banner.
And then we got a picture on the local newspaper. It's crazy. I mean, in Italy, it would never happen something like this, you know.
Yeah, and so and I know we talked about it, but your dad started you, is that correct?
Yeah, we all started. It's a family thing. Yeah, all the family started together, and then me and my dad kept on playing. My mother stopped, and now she came back on the golf course.
Oh, that's great. You got
Yeah,
her back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that starts, you know, it's like it is a family thing, and it's kind of odd to, you know, to go about it yourself, but it's one of those things when you have your family there, it does make it so much better. And I think
Yeah,
that's why, like you're saying, like it's such a great sport because you know you can go out with your, you know, it might be your brother, sister, it might be your dad, it might be your mom, it might be whatever. But at least you go out and you're with somebody, and you know it just makes everything better. So cool. So hey, hold on one second, Sylvia.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that. But you're right about it being a family sport, and makes it a whole different ball game, in a good way.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing was, I think as far as developing as a junior, sometimes I think that people quit a little too soon. Like I experienced it, and I'm sure you did as well. Is like, it's not like you're going to get really good in one day, and taking your time, and it's a roller coaster, like we talked about. It's roller. Oh
It
yeah,
sure is.
do this, and so the parents, like when I teach golf, their juniors will be out there, and it's like, I care about every junior, but I can't. There's no way anybody could keep up with like every shot and like all this. They just write every shot like it's this and this, and it's like, hey, you got to let that play out. That road, you got to let that wave just start slowly die away and get tranquil, right? Let that
Yeah.
seep. Because if you don't, it's going to be misery, for the child and anybody that plays golf. I mean, you got to kind of just let this thing go up and down and be what it is. And I think that was one of the things that I would say about when I was playing junior golf and so forth, is that you didn't really think about it. Nobody was there to teach me, so I didn't really know. I just knew that, hey, I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit some good shots. I'm going to hit some bad shots, but I still love being out here. And
Yeah, right.
don't put a lot of merit into either one of them. But then when you get good, I will say this, I think when you start to get better and more competitive, what I would say is like, it's very important to just look at the shots that you've hit well in life and not the ones that you hit bad and so forth. And I think that's a huge, huge deal, Um, so I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I completely agree with you. I think that the problem that let's say golfers have is that they're just gonna start and be like, okay, I'm not good at it, and just stop. Golf is not about this. Golf is not like any other sport. I mean, yes, there's some people that are I mean, how can I say it, more uh, they learn faster. Some other learn a little bit slower, but golf is just is all about patience. It's all about how patient you are. I have some friends that would like to start playing golf, and I don't know if they're prepared for this, because it's not, you're not gonna be good in a year. You're not gonna be good maybe in 2 years. It's golf. One day you play really good, the other day you play horribly, and it's just like that. And I mean, this is probably is the cool fact about it. I mean, I hate playing bad, but it's just part of the deal. You choose to play golf, you choose to take good days and bad days. There's no chance you can play every day of your life a good 18 hole. So that's the cool thing. But the thing is that it challenges you to give, to improve, to be like, okay, so today I play bad, tomorrow will be better. Maybe I need more practice, maybe not. Maybe I need a 1 week break, maybe I need two, maybe I will start next year playing golf again. But it's just like that, and it's the cool part of it. That's what I think about it.
No, that's really cool. I mean, that's the thing. It's a lot like life too. It's like one of those things where, that there's the roller coaster things. I mean, where you're going up and down with serious situations, things that aren't, but you kind of make it what it is sometimes as well. But you have to deal with it, and at the end of the day, you have to steady the ship. You don't get an option. I mean, you do. You have an option to run it off you can run the train off the rails if you want, and people do. But you also have the option to steady the ship. and get through this thing. And because it's going to be this little game when we play like that, right? This little dance, and so similar to golf. You know, you're not gonna go play golf, and you know, you look at Tiger. Even Tiger was the greatest that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Even including Jack Nicklaus, the best Tiger. And you look at his life was doing some stuff like this, right? And he had to back and balance out that ship, and when he did, he stabilized it. Everything started to work, and nobody gave it to him. He had to go do it himself. You know, it's a sport, part of the game, and I think golf can teach people that if they'll listen to it and kind of understand. I think it does it to you already. You know, it's so similar to life. You know, where you're like, oh man, I'm getting it handed to me right now, but you know, I've got an option too. You know, to fight back and try to get this thing back on course. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually I will get this thing back on course, and we'll that is golf, and it does. And the longer you play, it's like wine. A good glass of red wine is better when it just gets a little bit older, you know, and ages a little bit because it's been through it. So same thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. That I completely agree with you. I mean, it's just about patience. You are completely aware that golf is like that. I mean, every golfer should be aware that golf is like that, you know, and just take the bad days. And I mean, a lot of people, you know, the problem maybe is this, that a lot of people, whenever they had a bad day, they keep on thinking about it. Bad day at golf, I mean. They keep on thinking about it. I mean, I saw it yesterday with my scramble partner. We actually did a 3-putt hole. Okay, what a shame. And then I was just like, forget it. I mean, it's just golf, you know. I know that makes you mad, but it's just like that. Just forget it. We will go to the next hole, and it will be better. And then after 4 holes, it was like, you know what? I'm so upset about that putt. I was like, oh my God, are you still thinking about it? I mean, I already forgot it, you know? It's just like that. You cannot think about what you did wrong, because this is not the right way to play golf, you know? I used to be like that, actually, because I used to get really mad. I used to get upset, but this just makes it worse, you know. The more you get nervous, the more you get angry, the more you have the chance to play a really bad golf, you know.
Yeah, the other thing too is like with what you're saying is you have that. I see that a lot, what you're talking about, kind of the after effect, and then you also have like the before effect, you know, before you hit, like, see stuff and they're like, oh my God, I gotta go over a bunker. I gotta go, there's a pond over here. I can't hit it over here in this pond. And first thing they do is knock in the pond. You know, they start picking up what they can't do and measuring up, and they're already beat before they start. You know, so it's a totally different thing we're talking about, but it's the same. You know, it's golf does that to you, and that's why, you know, if you think an architect and somebody that designs golf courses is going to make it easy for you, you're crazy. You know, they're going to put things in your way and have that eye candy that is going to distract you to make a bad decision or get you thinking. And you have to, you know, and you have to swing like you swung on the range, like it's an open area or it's like an ocean, hitting into an ocean. You got to swing like you're free. You can't sit there and go, oh, I'm going to bunt it out here and hit it up to this little, you know, I'm not going to hit it in that water. And I'm going to just do, if you try to guide it, it doesn't work, you know, and regardless of what anybody says. So there's the before effects and the after effects, you know, like we were talking about. That's all I would say about that. But
Yeah. I know. I mean, I completely agree with you. I mean, my mother is just like that, you know. If there's a lake, she would say, oh my God, you will see that we'll go on the water. And I was like, no, it cannot be that negative, you know, that if you are negative, it makes your golf worse. It's just I mean, if you try to say, oh, there's the green, you will see that I will go on the green. It changes a lot, you know. I mean, if you say I will go to the green, you will go to the green. Okay, perfect. But you cannot say I will go to the water and you go to the water. You know. I mean, I don't think I explained it as good as I wanted, but it's just trying to make the negative things become a positive things. Like if you can think that you are going to the water, you can think you are going to the green.
Yeah, right. You know, that's exactly right. You just got to, yeah, like you said, it's you can talk yourself out of it real quick, and you got to just stand up there. It's not like you try. Like David Frost had a good example, in my opinion, about how you can't try to like make a putt, for example. You just try to hit a good putt. It's like and I think the same with a shot. You just try to hit a good shot. You can't worry about like what's out here and all that. If you buy into all this stuff out here, that's eye candy. That's stuff that has nothing to do with what you're going to do with this club. So you have to do your job and swing and or putt or whatever it is, and not let these external factors make any difference at all. If you hit it in the water, or you hit it out of bounds, hey, no big deal. But if you
yeah.
But you can't sit here and go, I'm not going to do it, or I'm not going to do it. You'll freeze, and you can't freeze in golf. It's too tough. You have to be really loose and laid back. And I'm not saying laid back as far as personality, but I mean, you have to swing like you're just, everything's free and that you're not restricted, or you'll pay for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, it's exactly like this, but it's just part of this crazy sport, you know. If you go in the water, you just go in the water and get your penalty, and then that's how it works, you know. If you hit out of bounds, I mean, you're just gonna take another shot, and
That's right.
it's okay.
Yeah, just go back.
It's just it's just a way to see the sport. I mean, it's just a way to see how to play, and I think every golfer should do that. And unfortunately, it's not like that for everyone, you know.
No, it's not. I think it kind of goes back to that thing with that life thing, but where you're going to get beat up, and it's just a matter of, and you'll get better, and you just have to chip away at getting better. It's not, I think, and I used to do this. I used to be on the other side, like most people as well, where you're just trying to get really good, really fast as you possibly can. And that may be good in some ways and really bad in some ways, probably more bad in my opinion. But I will say this, that by chipping away at it, slowly going about your business and enjoying it, I think it's far more, I think you'll stay in the game a lot longer. I think a lot of people quit because they expect too much too soon and they hadn't done enough, if you try to run a marathon and you've never ran one before, thank God I don't have to go do it right now. But if you did, if I did, I would take my time and work my way up to where I could do it. I know there's no way I can go run a marathon, or whatever. That's just a way of looking at golf. It's a marathon game, and you have to take your time and work your way out. And eventually you'll get there, as long as you don't, like you said, start getting so beat up mentally that you quit. That's what kills our game, I think, is that people quit too quick.
Yeah, but I feel like kids are less like that. Kids, I mean, have the patience to start the sport, keep on doing it, even through bad days and good days. They are more patient than people my age, or just I mean, I don't know. They probably, if you start whenever you're a kid, you get used to have bad days at golf. I don't know, but I feel it's like that.
I think so.
It's just like it's just like an adult things to do that,
Yeah, I think too that, and I'm not saying all kids, because every kid's a little bit different, but their stress levels aren't like sometimes, like when you're an adult, you have your job and you have this, you have that, you have a lot of things cooking at the same time. And I think then you go out and you're trying to do something you really like and you stuck at it, and it's like, oh God, I can't do any, I think that happens to a lot of people. Whereas when you're a kid, that is not as much going on, if that makes sense. I think that you see that, that they can go out and they can have a bad day and I come back home, it'll be all right. And, everything's good, but they don't have as much things they have to take care of, like when you get adults. And I really do think that plays a factor as you get older. But you still, it doesn't matter. Golf, what I always say is golf doesn't care anyway. So it doesn't know you're a little boy or a girl or a grown man or a grown woman, it doesn't care. If you want to get, it'll beat you up. I promise you. But then if you hang around and do things right and just stick with it and, get it with a good coach, like yourself, you did that. I've done that too. I had I had great mentorship. And you hang around and you just kind of keep chipping away. Then everything the dust starts to settle, so to speak. And, it's all right. You understand, like, you're going to have good days and bad days, and it's not so much of this yin and yang craziness.
Yeah, no, that's probably for this. I mean, it's clear that adults have a lot of things to think about, the job and all the stuff like this. But I mean, it's just golf is just a way to cut off everything regarding other things. I mean, you go to the golf course and then you forget everything about your problems, your job, and stuff like this. I mean, golf can be like this, but people needs to understand and needs to try to do it. Otherwise, it would just be, more pressure you put on you, because if you play bad, you have your personal problems, and then you feel bad. That's what I think. They just need to find a way to forget everything about the job, the problems and stuff like this, and just play, and whatever is the result, if you play bad, if you play good, just be happy because you are on a golf course. And as we say in Italy, it's better to be on a golf course than at work, so just like this.
No, it's true. And what you're saying is 100% right. And that's what gets bypassed too much, is the fact that people look at it a little different, like they're trying to be so good. Realize really just a way to get, it's like hiking. Like you and I talked about this before. If you go hike, you feel better. You're out in there's no pressure, but it should be like that. Playing golf should be fun. And even if you play bad, it should be fun. But when you start making it like you have to do this, you have to do that, I think that's what puts that extra pressure on. And I don't think it's good. I think that's when it's like for somebody that it's not helping them. And it's designed to help you, like hiking and being outdoors and things like that. It has more benefits. You don't have to be good at it. So if but you don't have to be good at it. It's just one of those things. It should be, like you said, go out and have fun, enjoy yourself. You're getting out. That's what you're doing. It's better than work. So,
exactly.
But all right, Silvia. Well, what else you got for us? Got an airplane flying right over my head.
I cannot hear you.
Got an airplane flying right over my head right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So, what else you got for us, Silvia?
I don't know if you wanna see some other golf shots.
Yeah. Bring it on. You do what you want. Cover whatever you want.
Okay. So let's see. I would keep on doing whatever you said with the wood.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. I need to keep it on my mind, not to squat too much with the legs. Can you see me?
I can see you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that wasn't bad. I mean, I need to remember it, because this is a great advice, because I feel like it changes a lot, maybe I was for real too laid down, let's say, and so is it possible that this mistake would make my golf ball go on the left?
Yeah, you know why? Because this is it's a little theory to it as well, but the reason why is like the more you squat like this, like
Yeah.
you get close, and you're going to work a little bit flatter. And so if I get like too much this way, which you're down quite a bit, it's going to work more round. But if I get up taller, that clip's going to start working more up and down this way. And that's the reason why, like, as you get to longer clubs would be where it would happen. So yeah, I don't think you would probably hook them with like the shorter clubs, but the longer clubs, the club's going to work too much around. I think. Is that where you're finding it? Like with like
Yeah.
a 5,
I mean, like what?
with like a 5 wood and a 3 wood on the deck? Was that where
Yeah.
you were starting to see some issues?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think you could stand up even a little bit taller.
Yeah, because sometimes, whenever I hit it, it goes. Let's try.
Yeah, let's try.
Just like, do you think like this would work?
Yeah, you'd be all right there. You could even stand up a little bit more, but you're good
Okay.
right there. That would be
Okay,
better.
let's try.
See what happens. It moved a little awkward.
Nah, this was a very bad shot.
Hey, yeah, I had you a little bit more up than what you were before, but I would stay right there until you got comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, stay there and do your swing.
Okay. Like this.
Oh yeah, that'd be it right there. You just had to get comfortable. It's a little weird for you right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but a little bit better.
That was better. It's more of it's you getting comfortable.
Yeah, whenever I change something in my swing, it's really it's hard to work with that, because if you always play with a certain position, or a certain way of keeping like your hands or your knees or your feet, it's crazy how it feels different whenever you change even a little thing.
Yeah, yeah, no, there's no doubt. I mean, I think anytime you change anything, it's going to be different, and weird, and you're trying to hit a full shot and go at it, and it's like, But once you kind of let it go and get comfortable with where you're at, and because your swing's really not changing at all, it's just the feeling is changing. That and
Yeah.
also your eyes, your sense and awareness of how far you are from the ball, your height from the ball, it's all changing. So once you get comfortable with that, then all of a sudden, your swing's not changed. Hey, you have a beautiful golf swing, so you don't have to deal.
Thank you. Let's try again with this,
Right.
because okay, let's see. Is it okay like this?
Yeah, you look good.
Oh, perfect. This was really, really straight. I loved it.
Your best shot so far. That was your best one, right?
Yeah, it was an awesome advice, though.
I'm sorry.
It was an awesome advice.
It was good.
Thank you. It was an awesome advice. Thank you. Yeah, it was perfect. So yeah, because I can see the shot is different. So that makes me happy. So I just need to try it on the court.
Yeah, you just got to make it your thing. Hey, your swing looks the same. You have a beautiful, like I said before, you have a beautiful golf swing. You just got to make that get a little more comfortable. And you can do that through wedge shots. You don't have to hit, 5 wood, 3 wood or anything. Just take your time, hit some short shots, getting used to your posture. And it'll make a difference because you're athletic already. So it doesn't make sense for you to be, down here like this. You need to be up where you can swing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that makes sense.
it'll be good. You can be my golf. If you come back to the States eventually, golfing partner.
Yeah, of course. It would be great. I hopefully this story of coronavirus ends soon.
Ugh.
So, but you know, this is the only thing that stops me from going, coming to the United States because the situation is crazy. We had,
It
I
is
don't know if you have some rules for golf, but we had some pretty weird rules for golf with the coronavirus. Like we could not even touch the pin. You know, they put something inside the hole that
yeah,
makes your ball. You cannot even go in the hole because there was like this thing that kept the golf ball outside. It was
yeah.
so sad. You know, you didn't have the satisfaction of putting the golf ball in the hole.
Uh,
But yeah, it was crazy.
it's the same here. Same thing. You know, so it's just different. You know, it's not anything I'm used to, but it is the
Yeah.
same. And also, we had rules where you had to, you know, there for a while we had to just one in a cart. You know, no, you couldn't have two people in a cart, right?
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that now, but now, well, I say now, being like tomorrow, they may change the rules. How that goes. So we're just trying to get by.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, I'm happy that we are allowed to play golf at least this, you know, because the situation was pretty crazy. So golf was like a way to, but and then in golf is you don't have contact with other people, you know, everyone plays and is just outside. So was the best part, I guess, for this moment. But
Yeah.
yeah, we had some times in which they it wasn't allowed to play golf at all, so it was kind
Are,
of crazy.
are your family and friends okay? Do you know anybody that has the virus?
Yeah, yeah, some, I mean, some of my friends got it. It was crazy. In Italy, the situation, we had a really bad situation at the beginning. I mean, the month of April was crazy. We had so many. It's changing a little bit, so we're getting better, and maybe we see the lights. We see the lights out of the tunnel, but you know, it's
Yeah,
still, we still need to wear a mask everywhere we go. So
yeah. That's
still not normal situation.
it's the same here, Sylvia. We have to, you know, when if we go inside anywhere, and pretty much in Texas now, we have to wear the mask as well. Where we didn't have to do that before. Well, it's been off and on, like but now we have to. Everybody has to wear a mask when they go indoor. So it's been an interesting ride.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
tough.
a little tough. But somebody like
Yeah, but I would say that golf helped us a lot because, you know, whenever we could not have the permission to travel, the only permission we had was go and do some sports. This was at the end of the quarantine because during the quarantine we cannot even go out of the house. But like in May, they said that we could practice some sports. So golf was the first sports allowed to play that we could play, and that like saved us a lot because it was like something that kept us you know, it's after sometimes in the house, it's good to be outside, it's good to play golf, it's good to see your friends, even if they have to wear a mask, because at the beginning we could play, but everyone should wear a mask. Like right now, if you play golf, you can take it off, but
yeah,
at the beginning was pretty crazy. You know, you cannot even pick up the golf ball of another player. Just you cannot even change the scorecards. Everyone should mark their own points. You know, crazy. But
it's crazy.
now, yeah,
Also,
yeah,
you know, like all the golf course, you know, which sounds crazy, but they couldn't even put water on the golf courses. Like I'm not talking about water for irrigation, like water to drink. And it's
yeah,
like, I don't, that's like, it's 100 degrees in Texas. You know, if you want to kill somebody, let them not have water for 3 hours playing golf, you know, but 4 hours. But that was odd. So there was some crazy. We've dealt with that same craziness, but we'll get through it and keep moving forward, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep.
And got something else? Have you anything else, Sylvia, you want to go over?
No, I'm good for today.
Yeah,
I probably will do 9 holes with my dad. So
good for you. Yeah, well, hey, thank you so much for coming on. We'll do it
thank you
again.
for having me. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, always here as well, and you're always welcome. And you bring a great energy to the game and to a lot of people. It's very cool to
Thank
see.
you.
And but anyway, you have a great day with your dad, and enjoy your golfing. And
I will.
we shall talk soon if that's cool.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Sylvia.
So you too have a great day.
See you, sweetie.
Bye.